Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Our brother Lamte Oriahi Ikponsa don't give us more details about Tony Kabaka release. He also talked to those people where they think say Captain Osa, they sick, say they don't fly and go abroad. He said that one a lie. Captain Osa still there for Benin City there. He dead there, he no go anywhere. So make I leave you now. Make you for get this information where he bring come. Enjoy the video.
Oh yes, my people, greetings to you all in the name of our collective struggle. This is the Comrade Show. As always, my name is Comrade Lamte Oriahi. I quickly want to apologize for a technical glitch I had earlier in the day. I was actually on live and all of a sudden the entire system just went down. And of course it's been fixed now and I'm back on. When I was on earlier, I was actually giving the information that, Tony Kabaka, who was arrested a couple of days back and taken to Abuja, expectedly, disappointingly to so many quarters, was released late last night. As a matter of fact, he was arrested with quite a number of his boys, and one of them again, has been released this morning. Of course, we got it on very good information that throughout yesterday, Ushomole was, pressing all the buttons in Abuja to get Tony Kabaka out of custody and all that, and he succeeded. And of course, another person again came out. There are still a few others, that they are holding back. The good thing about it is that the information equally tells us that Tony and some others, some of these boys were made to sign, very serious undertaking, and they've signed that they are going to be good boys. Upon that, we can assure Edo people, particularly in the quarters where people are expressing fears that they may not come out to come and vote. There is no greater disservice we can do ourselves if we do not come out to vote in this election. I can assure you, as a matter of fact, before I came on right now, I've had the privilege of speaking with some people, close to, very close to the governor. And of course, everybody is confident that Edo State is going to have a peaceful election. Particularly when there are some things I cannot mention here because of the security implication of those things. There are some measures that the intelligent Governor Godwin Obaseki, has put in place. To truncate all sort of shenanigans, being planned by the, what's it called, the Izeyamu camp. I can equally tell you, from very good information that so much is going on right now in Edo State. But I can assure you that if what we are hearing is anything to go by, it is that the APC, the entire APC structure that came all over Nigeria and they're in Edo State right now, they are disappointed because some things that they had planned to do, they by the time they get to the point of execution, the plans had already changed. So there are a number of plans, that were on ground that they were looking to come and impact on, to undermine this election. Some of those plans actually changed without their knowing it. That is why, because of the security, implications of some of these things, I may not be detailed. But, the information is such that, gives hope, gives confidence. So I want to encourage everybody, particularly those who are supporting Governor Godwin Obaseki. Let nothing hold you back. Of course, some of us were very elated when when the news broke that the likes of Tony Kabaka and so many other lions and tigers and all the goons, were arrested. We were very happy because we have actually had information that they may not be out until on Monday when the election would have been over. But surprisingly, they came out, last night and In fact, very late in the night when we got information that Tony Kabaka was out, you know, we did try to have a conversation with, you know, some of our sources. And of course, you know, you know, this is the Nigerian factor. You know, some lawyers came there to argue that, you know, they cannot be detained for more than this and that hours because of what the, you know, the allegation leveled against them and that. Well, let us stay, you know, appeal, you know, agree that okay, maybe Nigeria is trying to be lawful. It's unfortunate that in the case of Tony Kabaka, the Nigerian judiciary is, you know, is being lawful. But when it comes to the ordinary Nigerian citizens, you know, lawlessness is what, you know, precedes every environment. But it's okay. Of course, we want to put the information out so that we can be aware. Please share the broadcast. I have some other information, very important information I need to share. There was this announcement. You know, this story went viral. I didn't talk about it because I wanted to verify it from a credible source. Some people went about and they were announcing that you know, Captain Osa, you know, was ill and had been flown out to, you know, flown abroad for medical treatment. I was very skeptical when I got that information, particularly when I was not getting it from, you know, sources that I have considered to be credible sources. You know, but I can tell you today, based on my findings, that Captain Osa was not flown anywhere. Captain Osa is in Benin. Okay? So all those information you've been hearing that Captain Osa is abroad, no. I can tell you from very credible sources, you know, confirming to me, Captain Osa is in Benin. As we speak, Ali Modu Sharif is in the house of Captain Osa and some other APC stalwarts. Ali Modu Sharif is in the house of Captain Osa. Some APC, you know, stalwarts are in Benin right now. You know, they are strategizing and applying, you know, all they want to apply, you know, to ensure that they undermine the process. Of course, they already know that they are not going to win this election. And so, therefore, they have deployed a lot of resources, monies here and there, to buy the conscience of the people. What I'm giving you right now is the real story. Captain Osa is not abroad. He's not flying anywhere. That story was just a distraction, probably sponsored by the camp of Captain Osa to distract people. You understand what I'm saying? About Captain Osa, from very good and credible sources, is in Benin. He was never flown abroad. Of course, his health is not in very good shape. There's no doubt about it. But he's taking care of himself. And many APC chieftains are in his house right now as we speak. And Lee Modu Sharif is there. I equally want to announce from another very important information that we need to be aware of. There is this hotel in Auchi. It is called Bonju Hotel, opposite Auchi Polytechnic. You know, the second gate. Okay, a lot of APC thoughts. Please share this broadcast because we need the police and all the security apparatus in Edo State to be aware. APC has actually used the entire hotel to lodge, you know, so many thugs from different parts of the country, you know, and they are waiting, you know, till later this night to start unleashing mayhem, you know. And I want to appeal to the security operatives. I want to appeal to them because we have gotten information too that where they cannot operate, particularly when it has to do with INEC office, they must set places ablaze. And they are working with people, and these people are making their movement this night. So between this night, 12 o'clock, and early hours of in the morning, 6, 7 a.m., it is in fact going to be very terrible hours. And I want to appeal to all of us that we must be vigilant. Election is expected to start probably at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Please, electorate, those who are supporters of Obaseki, if you can be in your polling unit by 7 o'clock, believe me, God will bless you for it. Let us be on ground. There is strength in numbers. If many people can be on ground in their polling units, there's a lot that we can defend. Because as we speak, We have it on very credible information that by 4, 5, 6 in the morning, they are coming to come and plant, some INEC, materials around polling units where they can easily exchange boxes. Do not take your eyes off the ballot boxes, because they have exact replica of ballot boxes, and they have marked out areas where they are going to exchange ballot boxes because they've stuffed some ballot boxes. Now, what makes this matter very complicated is that Oshomole and his APC goons, they have different strategies they want to employ to rig this election. Numerous strategies. Now, the ones we hear are the ones we come and talk about here, and the reason why we talk about them here is because information is power. Information is power. As we hear, we are better guided. Now, another information that has come is that the stalwarts are planning heavily, after voting, to go to INEC, office, the Central Collation Center. That will be by Saturday night / Sunday morning. Where they want to go and perfect their plans. Obaseki supporters, Obaseki campaign team, wherever you are, everybody must be on guard. Nobody, no external force should be allowed to go into the INEC Collation Center. This is important. This is important. And some of the results are going to be transmitted by INEC through their whatever, their iPad or whatever. They have a scanner they want to use to transmit the result from the World Collation Center. We must ensure that all the agents are vigilant, and they must be. In fact, I said this yesterday, that PDP must ensure a structure that will checkmate even the agents, because we don't want to see situations where people collect 60,000, 100,000, and they just cave in and agree to whatever this, the evil, these shenanigans, the evils, these evil people want to carry out. The shenanigans they are planning, all the plots they are putting together. It's important we get to be aware. That is why the Comrade Show is the place where you get the authentic information. So I want to appeal to you, everybody. I want to appeal to you. This information I'm giving to you right now is information that is coming from very credible sources, not even just a source. Very credible sources. We must be on our guard. We must be on our guard, because if we make the mistake of loose guarding, we are going to be punished for it. We are going to be punished for it. These people, they know they are not going to win this election. They know they are not going to win this election. So it's important we are on our guard. Just for many of you who are on social media, I got this particular, there's this tape I would like to play for us. There's this tape. Where is that? Let me look for that tape. I got that tape late last night. Okay, I'll play this tape for us to see. This is one tape I got late last night, and this tape actually give a lot of credence to part of the things they are planning to carry out in this election. But the good thing about it is that Edo people are not asleep. Edos must wake up and rise in their numbers to defend the votes. I'm going to play this tape so that you understand what we are talking about. Somebody sent this tape to me last night, and I'm glad that by today it was already all over the place. Where you see, those are some very vigilant, electorates there. Some very vigilant boys. Now we expect everybody to be vigilant. It's important, because at the end of the day, these people have different targets, and what we are trying to defend here is that we want the vote of the people to count. This is important. There's a lot going on right now. Yesterday I did play a video for us where a clear evidence. Some of them were even wearing POI, face cap. A clear evidence of coercing people, buying PVCs off the hands of people who are loyal to Governor Obaseki. In fact, as of today, there's a report I received from a very strong PDP member who was being given a car key today, to work for POI against Governor Obaseki. He was given a key, a brand new car. You understand what I'm saying now? This is the extent to which these people can go. This is the extent to which they can go. It therefore behoves on all of us to ensure as a matter of I am sure that many of us have seen this video actually, and I'm not going to overflog it, but it's just to show you some of the things that are happening. But my joy is this. My joy, if the security, personnel on ground, if they are true they are true to the cause, from what we are hearing, some of these characters that were sharing these materials and some other information that came about people sharing money, they are being chased right now. As a matter of fact, that some arrests have been made by what I was told this afternoon, with respect to this situation. As much as possible, the governor of Edo State is doing everything humanly possible to ensure that we have an election that is hitch-free, election that is free, election that is fair, election that is credible. And I want to make bold to say, and to announce on this platform that as we are monitoring the APC, the same way we are monitoring the PDP. As a matter of fact, I have it on very good information that the governor has not given any approval to anybody in PDP to rig on his behalf. I want everybody to put this on notice. If you are out there and you are planning to rig on behalf of Governor Obaseki, nobody is saying you. This election, we do not want rigging. We want that whoever wins this election wins because Edo people voted for the person, not because the election was rigged. This is important. This is important. This is important. Because some people may want to be overzealous and they think that they are helping the governor. No. If you are trying to rig on behalf of the governor, you are not helping the governor. What we are fighting to stamp out in Edo State is anything, to undermine the process, the electoral process. Because at the end of the day, when we get our elections right, our development will start from there. Our development as a state starts from the moment we start getting our elections right. The problem we have had as a nation is that we have never gotten our elections right. More than 90% of the people that have been elected in Nigeria, many of them, were not, what brought them on board as leaders, presidents, governors, or whatever, local government chairmen, were not the true reflection of the vote of the people. To that extent, it becomes difficult for the people, even when a governor, a local government chairman is misbehaving in office, it becomes difficult for the people to equally use their vote to recall such individuals. Because at the end of the day, the process has so often been undermined in a way that, the people's vote never counted. It's always as they will. And it's exactly what they are trying to do in Edo election today. This is why many of us have taken upon ourselves. Because we now know that if you get the electoral process right, the vote of the people count, the election is free, fair, and credible, it increases the voice of the masses. The people must be the people. The people are not just a collection of a few persons who just lord it over everybody like they are trying to do right now. At the end of the day, when they give you the gift of generator, the gift of cooler, the gift of a foreign bag of rice, the gift of khaki and all of that, at the end of the day, what voice have you to say they are not doing the right thing when in office? Look at Buhari now. Look at Buhari. They did all the mago to make Buhari become president this second term. What are we now having for that? Who is now able to talk to say, Buhari, please, you need to lead Nigeria, the way you want to lead them rightly. Buhari believes he bought his way to become president. Now look at the lame duck National Assembly we have. Lame duck National Assembly. Unable to even stand up to a president that is leading Nigerians, like a dictator. He wakes up, he has no respect for the rule of law. He doesn't even go through the National Assembly to do a lot of things. He has borrowed without even getting any approval from the National Assembly. The foundation of this this kind of insolence, so to speak, is from our elections. Right now, because the election is fake, because the election was rigged, people cannot talk. Look at Lagos State. Look at Sanwo-Olu in Lagos State. Look at Sanwo-Olu when Tinubu, you know, one of the biggest political demons we have in Nigeria today. When he was being prevailed on, people begged him to leave Ambode alone. Ambode was doing well. He refused. And he has the effrontery to meddle into Edo election. It's even in Benin right now. We are not going to preach violence. But ordinarily, what he is doing in Benin, I love Benin people, sir. We are really peaceful people. Because if it was Lagos that this was happening, and somebody in Lagos that the Tinubu clan is against goes to Lagos because of Lagos election, they will kill him. But who is killing Tinubu right now? Who is killing him right now? Who is attacking Tinubu right now in Benin for meddling into Edo elections? How many Edo persons have ever meddled into Lagos elections? But I've said it. What Tinubu did, what he is doing in this process is actually the beginning, you know, of the end of his hegemony. This I have said. And we know. This is the more reason why all of us have to empower Obaseki to become governor of Edo State. Because the election of Governor Obaseki tomorrow is going to be the beginning of the end of political godfatherism in Nigeria. Not just in Edo State. Tinubu is finished. He knows. He knows. All the fight and the clamor they are clamoring to want to take over, you know, in Nigeria in 2023, they are not going to get there. They are not. Our God is alive. Nigeria has stayed too long in darkness. The Benin Maseta Mieroma. The time for Nigeria, you know, to consolidate a place by the divine hand of what God has destined for Nigeria is now. And I'm glad that it is starting with Edo State. I am glad that the Edo people are taking the lead. And Obaseki is leading the way. So it doesn't matter where you are from. It doesn't matter. You that is an Igbo man that is in Benin. One day, okay, please carry your voter's card. Go and your PVC. Go and vote for Governor Obaseki. He's the man to consolidate on all the gains. You know, the democratic gains that we are having right now. You are there. You are a Yoruba person. You are living in Benin. You have your PVC in Benin, in Edo State. Please, don't let anybody deceive you. Go and vote for Obaseki. All these people you see, they are sharing money, sharing cars, they are giving people millions to the camp before. But at the end of the day, as they often say, they say no army can stop any idea which time has come. The time for this idea is what is happening right now. There is no power that can stop it. No power can stop it because the Edo people have resolved that Obaseki is the man they want. Let them bring all the Ali Modu Sharif. Let them bring all of them to Edo State. No problem. Election will come. We will defend the election. We will defend it with everything that we've got. Everything. The vote will count. So I want to appeal to everybody, our young men, our young women, wherever you guys are, all over Edo State, please don't wait till 8 o'clock to come out. Come out by 6 o'clock. Come out by 7 o'clock. Make sure even before the INEC officials come that everywhere is clear. They don't hide anything for any classroom, for example, the primary school, when they want to replace the ballot boxes. We must ensure the people, you know, our stake in this election is too high for us to compromise. It's too high. This process is a process that all of us must join hands together to defend adequately. It's not enough to carry our PVC to say we want to vote. It's not enough. We must do more than just voting. Because APC has murdered sleep. APC shall sleep no more in Edo State. But just to give you people some air of confidence, some air of some air of peace, because at the end of the day, you know, Edo where what you have, I have. What APC have, PDP quality has. You understand what I'm saying now? As we are talking right now, a lot of PDP stalwarts are already in Benin. I want to just play a little soundbite for us to see, you know, so that we can be a bit at peace. That they are going to square up. They will square up with each other. Everybody go balance power. Well, my people, that you've heard it all. That is the lion of the Niger Delta. He's on ground. He's in Benin. Okay? And the man has said clearly that he is not coming and going back. He's coming and he's staying till the end of the election. So, what more do we need? And he has given us a word of encouragement. This man is speaking from experience. If many of you still remember what happened in Rivers during the election of this man, as he's speaking, we need to respect the lion of the Niger Delta. That is Wike himself. These are lions that tame lions. They are on ground. So let Amadi Cherif go and be sleeping in Captain Polosa's house. No problem. No problem. And those are resolved. And the resolve is clear. And I made it very clear myself that on no account should anybody try to be overzealous to want to rig for Governor Obaseki. Don't rig for him. Use that strength and energy to defend the vote. That is all we want in this election. Defend the vote. We want it to be on record that for once in a very long time, the only time we have actually seen election in Nigeria that was credible, that we thought was free and fair to a large extent, was June 12, 93, in the time of MKO. The movement of Obaseki today can be likened to the movement of MKO, you know, many years ago. That's what we have. So all we need to do, the difference between the time of MKO and now is that Babangida is not in power. You understand? We are now in not a democracy, but at least some civil rule, some form of civil rule is applicable to our system right now, and that is gratifying to note. So to that extent, this election will not be annulled. This election, the result of the vote will count. And so, what Wike has maintained, that we have talked about, that we keep on talking about, stressing the very subject of the entire, process, is that we come out with votes as law-abiding citizens. We stay around to defend our votes. I'm glad today I am speaking. Please share the broadcast. Let it go far. I am speaking to Edolites. Wherever you are, men, women, young men, old men, elderly men, mothers and fathers, please, we owe it a duty. We owe it a duty. For once, the soul of our land calls. For once, the soul of our land beckons for us to do the right thing, the very right thing. My people, I'm going to repeat this soundbite, so that we understand what is happening. The police did give some guidelines, and we do not want any vote to be voided. We do not want any vote at all to be lost because we did not obey the guidelines. I'm going to talk about this today because this is the whole essence. We need to sensitize ourselves. Actually, today is not, at this time, it's not, campaign is already over. Okay, I'm actually campaigning, but I'm taking us through some, things that we need to know. Because it's just a few hours away and the election will open. So, but let me play this soundbite from, the police. And of course, we will take it from there. Well, my people, this is, the guidelines from the police. We read quite a number of things, okay? And all about the one that is interesting to me, that I think that we as electorate need to understand, very importantly, so that we don't run into, some kind of trap, as it were, at the polling unit. Please, do not go to the polling unit with a PDP face cap or it's a PDP t-shirt or anything or any color of PDP. The colors of PDP, I think they are green, red, and white, I think. Yeah. Please do not go to the polling unit with the colors of PDP. Wear different other colors, black, yellow, you know, other colors. You understand what I'm saying now? Do not try to wear clothes that are mixed in these colors, you know, to probably insinuate that you are campaigning. Let's not do that. It's important. And again, they gave a guideline that I think will be very helpful to us as electorate. They say nobody's allowed to gallivant and move about with security, you know, everywhere. So, which means in this election, let's be watchful. The only people with immunity in this election are the governor of Edo State and the deputy governor of Edo State. So Oshomole has no right to move beyond his polling units. This is important. Oshomole has no right. That bush lizard has no right to move about, to move beyond his polling units. So let's be watchful. But anywhere we see Oshomole moving around beyond his polling units, in Esako West, I think, we can't call security for him. Please, if you do see Oshomole moving beyond his polling unit, alert us. Send messages to us. Of course, we speak to the appropriate quarters. None of them can move about. Talk less of going to INEC offices. You heard from Wike earlier. Wike was speaking from experience. He knew what he passed through. And I'm glad he's on board. He's on ground. Okowa is on ground. All of these people are on ground. So the beauty of this whole thing is that the Grandu Dollar, what is his name, Grandu J, you know, is equally on ground. They will square up. They will square up. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, I'll tell you that the most, you know, formidable governor, if you say, man, we want to dig around in Nigeria, is Governor Wike. He's the lion, you know, of the governors forum in the Niger Delta. So let's see. This time it's not a question of saying, man, they are all in, I mean, it's just APC. No. Honestly, that's what I said earlier. In a where this one gets slave, the other one gets slave. So in this case, they've got to balance things out. By the time they are balancing things out, our vote will be counting. It therefore means that I am watching you, you are watching me. The people's mandate will be delivered. So I want to assure you, Edo people, I want to assure you, do not listen to a some of them are already boasting here and there. Believe you me. Believe you me. They are buying votes. They are doing this. I want to appeal to you, my brothers, my sisters. You know, they will call you. They will talk to you. They will entice you. Don't accept. Don't accept. If you accept, you are doing so at your own risk. Because at the end of the day, it is a case of Inwe Weriala Love Bume. How many salt now I got one leak for inside bag of salt? Because at the end of the day, if you look at the support base of Governor Obaseki, the votes they are going to buy I can only qualify it in Benin, is Ibubuzere. That at the end of the day, they will buy the ones they want to buy. Governor Obaseki will still win the election by not less than 75% total vote cast. And I said, and I repeat it, I repeat this, you know, without fear of intimidation, that if Governor Obaseki wins this election by 70% or less of total vote cast, I will come here and call on Edo people. We will revolt. We will call on INEC to give us a rerun because they must have rigged it. If this election is free and fair, my people, I tell you that this election will be won by Governor Obaseki for 80% to 20%. Because we have assessed the popularity. We have seen, what was it called, polls come out time and time again. We have seen the debates between Obaseki and Ize-Iyamu. And some of us we began to question ourselves, what qualifies Ize-Iyamu to actually be standing as a governorship candidate? Because the man we saw in the last debate does not have the prerequisite, does not have the qualification to even stand for a local government election. This is the truth. A man who carries about simple agenda, he reads it like he's reading a national anthem. He has cramped everything in his head, yet he could not cost his simple agenda. That man is not ready. You are telling the people that you will come. You will buy 5 vehicles. You will come. You will do 2 roads. You will come. You will do this. The way you are not asked, how much are these things you are going to do? And how do you intend to raise the money? You are unable to answer. Is that the man we want to vote for as governor? Edo people, I have not come here to campaign. I'm only trying to remind us. I'm only trying to remind us that in this election, the choice is very clear. The choice is clear. The good work that Governor Obaseki has started, we must stand by the governor to complete the job. Because we cannot afford to take 5 steps back forward and we are not taking 20 steps backward. Where they stand, the Oshomoles, all these people sharing money, sharing rapper, sharing this, believe me, they are going to recover all that money back if you give them a chance. All of them, including Tinubu that has put 8 billion into the space. But we are glad. Let them spend their money. What's it called? The Edo billionaire did say that he will spend his last kobo. Of course, now. Spend your last kobo. We have seen people spend their money at the end of the day, they invested in business and the business fails. So we've seen that. And this is going to be the case for very many of them. Very many of them. It will become a case of where money cannot actually buy everything. This election is going to be bought by the will of the people, not by how much money anybody has spent. This election is not going to be based on how much you have spent, but how much the people decide to follow you. So my people, for once, it is important, it's imperative that we make our vote count. When our vote counts in this election, I assure you, by the special grace of God, the next election, our vote will count. Before 3 elections, we will become used to it. By the time we are used to it, Edo State will move from a state of topsy-turvy, from a state of a political and economic quagmire to a state that becomes an Eldorado, that becomes a dreamland for all of us to inhabit. Because to get progress right, we must get our electoral process right. I have said it time and time again, that our electoral process is sick. Is sick. Is sick. And is seriously sick. I want to appeal to you, my friends. If you are there, you are watching because we want this to go round. There's no campaign anymore. The more that you can do right now, share the broadcast. Share. Let many people see. Because there is no campaign in Nigeria. I'm not in Nigeria. Okay, so I'm at liberty to do whatever I'm doing. Nobody has placed embargo on campaign where I am. That is why I'm talking. Okay? So you have the right to listen to me. You have a right not to. You have a right to share. Who cares will listen. Who doesn't care doesn't. It's not by force. You understand what I'm saying now? So I want to appeal to you, by the special grace of God, for those who have persistently, taking a stand with Governor Obaseki. Oh, I tell you, I want to assure you, my brothers and my sisters, that your stand with the governor will not be in vain. We are going to benefit all of this. We will benefit it because our state will move from progress to progress. And so shall it be. And look, I told you people yesterday that I've already bought my own champagne, my champagne. By the end of tomorrow, by on Sunday when the final result would have been read, by the grace of God, we are all going to be jubilating and celebrating because we will look back and to tell ourselves we actually fought a good cause. Meanwhile, if you are there, please, I want to show you something else. This is important. So I will take note. We don't know how tomorrow is going to look like. The poster you are seeing right now, the flyer, is an information letting us know that on this platform, the Comrade Show, the election is going to be live and direct. On this platform, we are going to broadcast the election live. Please, I want to appeal to you. Do not go far. Do not wait too long to know what is happening on ground. We are planting people already. We have agents across the world in the state that will be reporting to us and be feeding you with all this happening on the ground. Real time. So wherever you are, I enjoin you to join us, to ensure that you are tuned to this channel ensure that you are tuned to several other channels that will be connected to beam this election live. Now, the reason why we are doing this is because, okay, we are looking for, we are already fighting and making the ground, for diaspora voting, to be given a serious consideration. We are equally trying to make sure that our people across the world, whether in those states or across the world, they have the opportunity to have a feel of the election and feel part of it, because we're going to be taking reports from everywhere, from across all the local governments. Live report we're going to begin. We're going to be showing you things that are happening on ground, at the end of the day. So what we are doing, on this day is something that's going to be very crucial. So I want to appeal to you all. You join us, in the course of, the broadcast. We are going to start at about 9 o'clock in the morning. And we are going to have a lot of our agents connected to us. And so therefore, you have the chance through the Comrade Show to see, this election live, to see what is happening on the ground. And so we are going to be broadcasting, like I said, we are not losing that. But I quickly really want to, express my gratitude to a cross section of Edo people, that have supported us to make this possible. The list is very long, and by the grace of God, we have told ourselves that after the program, of course, we are going to give account of our stewardship as far as this program is concerned, at least to satisfy, transparency. But I still will want to say a big thank you to Mrs. Ose Egumbo, to Mr. Ohomba in the US. Mr. Ogumbo is in the UK. Joy Osakwe is in Botswana. Ernesto Mori is in Germany. Osagi Osakmawa is in Germany. No, Ernesto Mori is in Sweden. Mrs. Adesua Obasanwa is in the US. Yes, Mrs. Ogiame Ebegwe is in the US. Wonderful woman, wonderful woman. A.B. Tom is in the UK. Thank you very much for your support. Neville Agmotaya, all the way from the United States. Thank you so much. Ambassador Joe Egiamusoy, bless you, my brother, is in the UK. Amy Toya is in the UK. Lady Esosa Edogia Were is in the UK. Wonderful woman. Inye Obaseki and Inye Agmonifo and Nosa Obaseki, thank you very much for your assistance. Juliet Surundan, this one is from Germany. I cannot pronounce that German name. Thank you so much. James Osagiede, wonderful you, bro. Thank you so much. Kenneth Okoro, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ambassador Biki Uwaifo, daddy in the house. I bless your name, brother. God bless you so much. God bless you. You are a good man. Or Moragmo Osasuyi Samson. I'm bringing out these names of people that are supported to make sure we have this broadcast tomorrow. Peter Oshioma Oweri, I thank you so much. Justin Odibo, all the way from Switzerland. Peter is from Switzerland as well. Moragmo, I thank you. Joe Oye from the UK, I thank you. Dolly Omerige from the UK, I thank you. Mrs. Augustina Osasu Amadasu and Mr. Charles Amadasu, thank you so much. You guys, you did wonders. You are both in the United Kingdom. Sosa Aredo, all the way from Canada. Your support is massive. As always, thank you, my brother. Joy Asemota, I thank you. You are in the UK. Of course, Dr. Obano, a very wonderful Edo doctor in the United States, making Edo proud. His support is massive. Thank you very much, Sammy. God bless you. So you see, the names of the people I read out are people that have shown support to this program with, the much they can give, and the support they have shown to us is actually giving us, the lead, to do what we have to do. We thank you. For those who are unable to support, we equally thank you, because at the end of the day, everybody's got his turn. At some point, we have other things that we are able to support, but the beauty of this is that there is a commitment all through this process that we began some time ago. What I've seen in Edo people is a commitment, a deliberate commitment by Edos to be part of development in Edo State. So Obaseki winning this election brings a lot of advantages. I want to assure you. I have spoken with, I cannot, it's countless. Too many Edo people across the world. Too many of them, because of this program, because of the support we are getting. And the commitment I see from Edos to helping to support Governor Obaseki when elected is huge. I have a commitment right now from two Edo people, one in the UK and one in the United States. They have shown me the roadmap, and they have told me that if Obaseki wins, they are pulling their company to come and invest not less than 300 million. These two people, one, the American guy, not less than 100 million. The UK guy says not less than 200 million in Edo State. They are not bringing people from the UK to go and work there. It's Edo people. These people are talking, and I will reveal them sometime to come. Obaseki has to win. Because Obaseki's victory is going to open a lot of doors for Edo State to start advancing economically. Too many doors. I've had chats with people who are expressing willingness. The names of these people I called just now, with these names I called just now, we have already raised more than ₦1 million to have this program done tomorrow. Not sponsored by government, but by the goodwill of Edo people. More than ₦1 million already in the coffers. That is how much Edo people are committed to making sure Edo advances beyond where we are. And I spoke to tens of people who have said, comrade, we are ready. When Obaseki wins, because I keep saying it, that even if Obaseki wins, Obaseki is not going to do magic in the next 4 years. There are areas that Obaseki may not be able to reach, that we as Edo people, we can come together to deliver certain dividends to people. We have done it with Testronics. I've shown you guys the borehole project we did on behalf of the state government. 10 villages are going to benefit from that borehole project, sponsored by Edo people across the world through a GoFundMe project that we opened some couple of months ago. Obama did say, he says, when imagination is joined to common purpose, everyone can truly have the opportunity to fulfill their full measure of happiness. We must join our imagination to common purpose. And the rally point for all of us in this project going forward is Governor Obaseki. The people want him. That is why we must, as a matter of national peace and intellectual security, vote for Governor Obaseki. Because when you do, you are not voting for Governor Obaseki to continue with this project, to continue with what he's doing in Edo State. You are equally voting for the Edos across the world to submit themselves to supporting the governor. Go into areas, villages, all the hinterlands of the state to see that they make contributions. The problem of Edo State is not one that will go away in 3 years. It's not one that will go away in 2 years. It's not one that will go away in even 20 years. We won't get there in 20 years. But what can happen is that a proper footnote can be laid. And all of us will find our voice. We find our own space where we can make our contributions. And we will see our fruit, the labor of our fruit. We'll see our labor grow. We'll see our labor yield fruit in the land of our birth, in our father's land, in the land of our ancestry. So we supporting Obaseki to win this election is not just to leave Obaseki there to become governor. It's to create a platform for all of us in the diaspora to be able to support the government. A long time ago, JFK did say, he said, think not what your country will do for you, but what you will do for your country. We have gone to that point in Edo State where we are now beginning to think what we can do for our people to make life better for our people. And the man who's bringing us to that awareness today is the campaign of Governor Obaseki. That we will look at it of a truth. All of us, we have our own different spaces that we can occupy and build and develop. What Obaseki's campaign has shown to us is that Edo people can truly come together for a common purpose, can truly come together to pursue a common cause. And that's what is happening right now, all across the world. The impact of the diaspora on this election in Edo State today cannot be overemphasized. And we are already having conversations at different quarters, from America to England to Australia to New Zealand to Switzerland to Spain to Germany, everywhere. And those We are grouping, we are coming together. We are bringing our resources together to say, look, when Governor Obaseki is elected, we want to come and support to help change our land. There is no leader in Edo State, in the history of Edo State, that has ever galvanized such change, where Edos across the world, because of the campaign of Governor Obaseki, they became brothers, they became sisters. We no longer see ourselves as Ishan Edo, we no longer see ourselves as Afana Edo, or Esaka Edo, or as Onwa Edo, or as Bini Edo. We have all now seen ourselves as united Edo people. The language barrier no longer exists. The ethnic barrier no longer exists. All of us, we are speaking with one voice. The cost of losing Obaseki as governor tomorrow is too much to think about. I want to assure you, my people, it will be too expensive. The multiplier effect of losing Governor Obaseki as governor will be too massive for all of us. But I tell you, what Obaseki brings to the table is not just his governance. He's bringing a united Edo front to the table. He's galvanizing pockets of positive change all around the state. A lot is happening already that the governor is not even aware of. The borehole project I showed you, we did it in the name of Obaseki. Obaseki is not aware of that borehole project, and yet 10 villages are benefiting from it. We only galvanized it. Edo people brought their 20 pounds, 100 pounds, 50 pounds, $500 to put together. We got nearly $1 million. When it was left for us to procure a generator, we needed 300,000 to buy a generator. One Edoma brought 300,000 and said, buy that generator because this is a laudable project. Governor Obaseki is not aware. And yet, 10 villages right now, they are celebrating. They didn't have water for many years. They traveled far to go and get water. Now they have borehole right in their midst. Apart from the borehole, we bought tanks for them. We bought tanks, storage tanks, installed it for them. It was not done by government. It was done by Edo people. So when you look at it, like Obama said, and as I quote, that when imagination is joined to common purpose, everyone shall surely have a chance to fulfill their true measure of happiness. My joy is that when we are giving the report, every one of those who donated to that GoFundMe project, they are all happy and fulfilled. And yet, it was almost at no cost to them. Because they have even forgotten that they donated money to a GoFundMe project, which originally was meant to give to the campaign of Governor Obaseki. But we said, no, this campaign has enough already. Let us choose a project that we are at lead the campaign. And the matter of that village came up. They needed road. Their road was not very motorable. Their market was dilapidated. But most of all, they said they needed water. They traveled too far to get water. And we chose water. And from 1.3 to 1.4 million, we are able to give them water with monies donated by Edo people. Now, these are gestures that can continue even when Governor Obaseki is elected. Edo people have interacted with, in fact, I cannot quantify them. Every day, morning, day and night, I'm talking to people. And people are expressing their honest commitment to changing the narrative, to be part of the process. Yesterday, I spoke with a man who has not been home for more than 40 years. He called me and he said, through you, Lante, comrade, I will go to Edo State when Governor Obaseki wins. He donated 50,000 naira to this program for tomorrow. We spoke. The man said, look, he's fulfilled. He's a multi-millionaire in the United Kingdom. He's willing. Day before yesterday, a non-Edo man called me. A non-Edo man. He said if Obaseki wins, it will bring change to the entire political landscape in Nigeria. He supported the program with 50,000 naira. Not be a dope person. This is what I'm talking about. Now, this is what we are talking about. So if you look at it, the kind of change Governor Obaseki's election is going to bring to Edo State, believe me, it's going to be massive. We cannot afford to take risk of saying we are compromising. How much they want to give you? 10,000 naira, 20,000, 100,000. But do you know how much that is going to cost us? I know how many people have told me that if Isaiah Yamu wins, they will not enter Edo for the next 4 years. Talk like them to come and invest in Edo State. Isaiah Yamu is a minus in every way. And I've maintained it. You all know. Please, if you are there, share the broadcast. You all know. The contest is not actually between Isaiah Yamu and Obaseki. This contest is between Obaseki and Oshomole and Captain Osa. These are the people that Edo people are trying to run away from because they have always not had the interest of Edo at heart. What they have had is their personal interests, satisfying their empire, giving to their boys, the ones you now see running to them. They call them EPM. I don't want to dignify them by even mentioning that whatever. These are the people that the people are fighting against. So there is no way we can afford the expenses that we go with Isaiah Yamu, the retrogression that we go with Isaiah Yamu. This man is coming to come out. He's coming. His only interest is security votes. They will surrender the rest for Oshomole and his goons. Because he has already signed a document. They are investing over 100 billion to 200 billion in his campaign, and they have signed that they will recover their money back. My people, it is too risky to support Isaiah Yamu this election. The only option, yes is Governor Obaseki. I am not saying this because I love Obaseki too much. No. I am saying this because I love Edo State too much. And we have stayed too long in the dark. This time has to be different. This time has to be different. We must be catalysts for change. We must be catalysts for change in our own land. There are so many of our brothers and sisters. They are making massive contributions to foreign lands. They have the opportunity to drag investment to Edo State, but they cannot do it because the land has not been conducive. Now we have a governor who is laying a very beautiful platform, and people are willing to now come home if this man wins. Are we not going to say, oh, Isaiah Yamu is here? No, my people, God forbid. Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? No. No. I appeal to us, my people. This time must be different. The stakes in this election, they are too high. The stakes in this election, they are too massive for us to toy with. It is not a try and luck matter. Okay? It is 4 years that can determine a lot in the future of a people, in the future of a state. It is 4 years that can determine another 100 years. Because if we make a mistake and allow Isaiah Yamu to win, in fact, Edo State will be enslaved for the next 50 years. I tell you because I know. Because the mistake they think they have made with bringing Obaseki out the first time, they will never make that mistake again. Believe me. They will always refer. Edo State was a mistake to them, but this mistake became the benefit of the Edo people. So, walao, I appeal to you, my brothers and my sisters. I beg you, our mothers and our fathers, wallaho, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, wherever on a day, friends of friends, brothers of brothers, sisters of sisters, anywhere on a day, you know, the advantage of voting Obaseki tomorrow is too high. May we not take the risk, my people. May we not take the risk. You know, you did there, you be Igbo man, you be Abriba, you be this, you be that. Edo State don't dey better for all of us. It don't dey better. You know, everything wey be say the problem with the Edo State, not be wetin any government go fit solve in 1 year, in 2 years. But wetin we see say this government don dey do na better thing for Edo State. So e no good make e be say, you know, they will come convince us. Many of us when we dey talk say POI, we don't even get reason why we dey call POI. If we ask you say, man, show me wetin POI don't do or wetin you think say go fit do, we not get into what we want talk about. Many of the supporters because say, man, the first know him, they know his brother, they know his sister, they know that they grow from the same area. Oh, the area away for growing. People don't really get better reason where they support this man from. So my people, it's never too late. If you did that, you don't carry POI. Is there yamu no more? My brother, my sister. Time never too late. Election is just a few hours away. Make you change. They don't a big person put. Even if they don't give, maybe they tell you that even many people for the APC when they don't collect money from them, they go there, go vote for Obaseki because they know the truth. They know the truth. The Bible says, "May show me your friend, and I will show you who you be." Make you see the kind of people when they follow Isaiah Yamu de Wakana. For where Tony Kabaka can't use his mouth talk, say he himself, Agbero don't tire him. If Isaiah Yamu win, he go want me to give a commissioner, and that one they negotiate put. Commissioner of Finance, Tony Kabaka. Now he talking with his mouth. Some of us consider say a state when it be say better children graduate come out for school. Many of them they drive a car, drive taxi, they work for hotel. They don't feel bring their brain when they develop the states because opportunity they Ochomo they lock them up. All the governors before them they lock them up. Now their belly they know. Now Tony Kabaka say. When he talk and somebody they laugh and say, "No laugh." This na state when it be say a governor make somebody when every write in name, he make the chairman of government protection of government property in that same state and those states, and that office can even powerful pass some commissioner self. The person when they put for them, you know, sabi write in name. So you go surprise tomorrow. Is there you go win the election? Una give am. You go just appoint Tony Kabaka as the commissioner of finance. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Tell me. What do anybody want to do? Nothing. So it good, my people. It good. The name say we go need to hear word make for you to take get sense. It good make it be say the person who will vote for na Governor Obaseki. This na man we no go sell our land. This na man we don't start the good work. He don't start am. 93 years. The way we say man people will take get work for Nigeria. Do when they do work when we say you don't like, you will come get choice. You will come get choice. Because Edo na your, if not be you not come from Edo, maybe you dey live for there. You will get choice like everybody. Plenty work go day. Person look at land when it be say now wahala before. This governor come support the palace, may make law, cancel CDA today with just check 50,000 naira. You go fit, you go do your CFO. How many CFO be there before this governor come? The one way don't do since when he come, he pass the one way they don't do since when they created those states. So this na man wey mean business, my people. So me no know, not let anybody convince you. I beg, make you vote. Once you vote finish. Make sure say you know you carry your what you call them your face mask. Carry and follow body. Carry your PVC. When you read there, put face mask. If you don't get face mask, look for new face mask. Not borrow from anybody because we don't know who get disease. If you pregnant, my sister manage go vote. Once you vote, go house. If you be a day, you be a day, go vote. Once you vote finish, carry your body go house. May you not stay near where they vote. Make you let our young boys and our young girls we don't already when strong back. Make the day around there to protect our votes. Make sure we save ourselves. By the grace of God, we not go lose anybody for this election. No Edo person go die because of this election. We go do the right thing we're supposed to do. We not go use our head pass on. By the grace of God. Now the prayer when they pray, now be this one. Anybody will be say a plan. The man they make people say akwiri all you when people when carry nyama carry Iran iri, you understand when they go do carry all the trap when they set they go set and only themselves go see fall inside that trap. all the evil plan they plan. I don't know just now for hotel where they call Bonju Hotel opposite Auchi Polytechnic for the second gate. All APC talks that they're the day now. If you are security map, deploy people to that hotel and dislodge them. Dislodge them. Please, Nigeria Security, Edo Division, take note of Ward 9. Ward 9. Esako, what's that word again? Is it Esako West? Esako West. Ward 9. This man is fermenting trouble there. Chief Enegmineki. Take note, there's been a lot of reports coming from Ward 9. It's very important. So, my people, tomorrow we are going to be giving us a lot of information that is happening. Like I tell you, just to correct the impression, when I call them, when they tell us say Captain Osa they sick, they fly and go abroad. That story I don't confirm it not be true. Captain Osa they Bini, Ali Modu Sharif they with her right now so they speak. And some other APC leaders them. They don't come, they want to rig do election, but God don't agree for them. Where I call them Psalm 35 say they go dig hole, but the hole when they go dig now they go see fall inside. They're not going to know when they go fall inside. And so it will be for this election in Jesus' name. Because the election we want to do, not be killed, we want to kill ourselves. But we will stand our ground. You not get person when they come up for a house, when you carry two heads come up for this thing. And there is strength in numbers. Make we stay together, make we hold the line. Make we stay together. All of us when we did the diaspora, we go they pray for now. We go do the work we supposed to do as well, make everything for day, make everything good day, okay, Sam. So my people, like I talk, this election we go televisa. If you dey watch me, you will just come my channel from 9 o'clock tomorrow. We go to show everything when they happen. This like the Comrade Show. Please, if you are not there, if you have not yet liked the Comrade Show, you are not following, please follow the Comrade Show so that everything that we are doing, you'll be the first to know. Okay, this is very key so that we can all be doing this together. And I want to thank Edo people. The kind of commitment, the kind of unity, the kind of support, the kind of everything that I've experienced from Edo people this past couple of weeks has been massive. You know, thank you people, Edo people, Edo Nuzomo. Thank you so much from Esako to Owa, you know, to Esan Land, to Benin City, all of them. All of you have been involved in the process because you love your fatherland. And I want to appeal. Edo North has always been notorious for election rigging. Security, please, let us put our eyes in Edo North. PDP, put your eyes very much in Edo North. Edo North has always been notorious for election rigging. The history of election in Edo State has shown us that Edo North has always been notorious for rigging, particularly since Oshomole came on board. Let's keep our eyes seriously on Edo North. Walaho is very important. I trust my Esan brothers and sisters. Esan will vote en masse for Governor Obaseki. Nothing is going to stop him because they know. Because after Obaseki, personally, I'm advocating and it's the right thing to do. Esan man should become the next governor of Edo State. Esan man, because we have had Esako. We are not having a Doma. The next man should be Esan. We must create the balance. You know, this is the truth. We're not going to feel because what this Osho wizard, Osho evil is trying to do is to put what's his name there, Isaiah Yamu. After Isaiah Yamu, he will bring his newfound son, the one that is the second to Isaiah Yamu, and all of that. You know, I have a friend. I don't want to mention his name. He's no longer my friend now because of this whole process. He said he's supporting Zeyamu because of the man they chose as deputy, because that man is a village person. He said, but the guy is a notorious person, but because he's a village person, he will benefit from his administration. That's what a man was telling me. He's in Benin. One useless man like that. You understand what I'm saying now? He said it's from his village. He will benefit from his administration. That's why he's supporting Zeyamu. You see the mentality of our people. That is the reason you are going to find many people, those who are supporting them. Something like that. Not because of Edo State. But you look around, the people supporting Obaseki are majorly doing so because they love Edo State. And that is what we want to maintain. Not the individual. Do what you are doing because of your love for the state. All the effort we are putting in, we are not doing it because of what's his name, what's it called, the ingenuity of what's his name, Obaseki. We are doing it because we love our state. My people, I did say that I wasn't going to take too long this broadcast because I have a lot of other things to do tonight. Got a series of meetings. preparing for tomorrow. By the grace of God, I want to assure you that we'll do our bit. Please do your bit. Please, when we start broadcast tomorrow, do not hesitate to share. We plan to reach as much as 200,000 people tomorrow with our live broadcast. That can only happen only if you share. That may just be the only responsibility you are going to have tomorrow. Please don't hesitate to share. Even if you are not going to watch, just share. Somebody will see from your wall and all of that. We just want a lot of people to share. So that at the end of the day, we'll have a good program. I'll come back here and celebrate. Thank you so much, my people. This is the Comrade Show. And my name still remains Comrade Lante Oriakhi, Edo Decide 2020. And it's just a day before election. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for the support we've had all this while. May God bless you all. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Most of all, may God bless Edo State. And as I said before, may God Almighty stand by Edo people in this election. People who have come with evil, may they use their hand to carry their evil load in the name of Jesus Christ. We will not die. Nobody will die because of this election. But we'll be glorious to God for all He's done for us. So shall it be in Jesus' precious name. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Comrade Lante Oriakhi. I'm having to sign off now.
Now where you don't hear from our brother, I beg this video make you help us share am to friends and family. Where you never hear this information, where you break come. And before you go, I beg, make you subscribe. Because of tomorrow election, make you for no miss the videos when I go to upload to this my YouTube channel. Subscribe now to Dan Eyaji YouTube. Now here be the place where you go to get the latest information concerning the election and the result. So subscribe. Thank you for watching Dan Eyaji YouTube.